Animal husbandry is a time-old industry that spans the globe and provides much-needed food and resources. Since the turn of the millennia, a new type of animal, insects, have been emerging as a future way of farming sustainable animal-based products for food and feed. Within the last few years, insect farming has become commercially operational and ready to scale.
It's something that started to emerge back in the early 2010s, promoted by the FAO, the Food and Agricultural Organization of the UN, which were looking into sustainable protein from alternative sources, looking into different countries and what they were eating. They did a report and figured out that insects were actually used quite a lot for food and feed. The next step was then to take it to a more controlled farming level, which then started to really hit off in 2012 onwards in Europe.
There is a sense of urgency. The world is changing. We need to transform our food systems, and insect industry is part of that transformation.
In the second wave, it was a lot about applying technology that could support intensified commercial farming, looking into which type of climate systems, feeding technology, housing structure that was relevant for securing this.
We have adapted a lot of things and we have developed fly cages and so on. But the biggest change for me is learning how to control a new animal and set up a farm management system. It's quite difficult and we are still learning every day.
More industries are looking to become greener, and the traditional animal farming industry is no different. This has led to some extremely innovative solutions to create nutritious food and feed that has less environmental impact, and one of those innovations is insects.
Insect farming is basically a farm. We feed larvae, and once they are ready for harvest, we process the larvae into an insect meal that's high in protein and an insect oil.
Insect farming is not so different actually from other animal farming. It's also about understanding the needs of the animals regarding feed, regarding climate, regarding the general environmental conditions that are required for them to thrive in their environment.
Some of the benefits of insect farming is that we are able to operate protein and lipids for better purposes than just waste.
So within the last 3 to 5 years, a lot has happened in the insect farming sector. It has really moved from a very R&D dominated stage in the early years into now having become commercially viable. We are still in the very early generations of commercial insect farming, but it's a huge step going from something which could only work under subsidy now into something which can actually be a viable business.
The insect sector right now is small, but a beneficial growing movement could lead us to a greener future. Better Insect Solutions is an internationally leading company providing the first steps for an industry growing every year. Better Insect Solutions knows that insect farming is a sustainable practice that will allow for the next generation of animal production.
The mission of Better Insect Solutions is to drive and advance sustainable insect farming, supporting global food production through partnerships, through our existing networks and infrastructure, and last but not least, through continuous innovation.
Better Insect Solution work out the project based on the climate and the availability of feed for any given location.
We come in from the very beginning and support with consultancy, feasibility testing, and develop the project to a stage where you can have a robust business case from which you can then on further develop the project into the engineering phases. We make sure also that proper training has been provided so that you have the right standard operating procedures to operate your farm once you go into commercial scale.
Insects can be farmed in different varieties and have emerged as a new global agricultural activity. Better Insect Solutions envisions that insect farming will be a cornerstone of agriculture and food systems for the future.
Insect farming is a brand new industry, and there is no defined way of training and education.
Like any new industry, there are many hurdles. With the consumers, it's a challenge if it's too close to your plate, basically. It's a process that is very psychologically heavy, and it will take a decade or two before that is normalized. However, if we look at pet food and insects for animal feed, the perception of end users and consumers is less of a problem. The biggest challenge is the upscaling of volume. Without a lot of volume available in the market, there are no products to provide locally and globally, hence prices will be high.
Once we started this production, there was actually no assurance that there was going to be any customers. When there's a new product and a new market, there's always a balance. that needs to be found? Is it the hen or is it the egg?
And this is a challenge that we are addressing at Better Insect Solutions, creating cost-effective and robust farming systems that are commercially viable.
Better Insect Solutions wants to be the go-to partner when a customer wants to set up an insect production. We have a very strong market presence together with Big Dutchman, InnoPlus and Scope to service our clients all over the world.
I see a very bright future for Better Insect Solutions. We've just started a very exciting journey of becoming a strong player in the future production system for food and feed.
At some point, you just have to take a chance and hope that everything will work out. I still believe it will.
For more information, visit our website at betterinsectsolutions.com.